Here we are near the Dongdaemun Design Plaza. So you can see over there, and that is the Dongdaemun cultural subway station. Can't remember the exact name. And more plaza. And then we have more shopping centers. The 70 years anniversary. And I suppose the main reason why I'm showing you this is it's in this area where John gets, in my short story, John gets off the subway, I believe that one, and goes this way, gets accosted, and then sort of ducks through the fashion plaza over there on his way to the Dongdaemun fabrics crafts market, which is on the other side. So basically just sorts of filming to give you a sense of an early Sunday morning here. Not very busy, but yeah. We got cut off at the Dongdaemun Design Plaza because a person came up to me and said, "No video, or no cameras." So I quickly shut off, and you must, if any flies buzz past, you must excuse that. Here we are on a park on top of a hill. You can see we've got 10 kilogram weight, so 20 kilograms plus whatever the weight of the bar is. And sheet spinny things. Benches. Bars. Get a little closer. So it's capture lights. There's a fly. No, shoe. The beams, various other exercise equipment, and a marker. And is there anything? I don't think so. So, why we're in this park, aside from the fact that it is a Sunday, nearly noon, and we like parks, but this is the park in my short story Neural Enrichment, to which John and Sunha go and have a chat. So we're just sort of filming this here. It is August 23rd, 2015. So if it's set in 2114, you can imagine the trees being about 99 years. The trees would be a bit taller. One hopes they're still around. So if they're there, they'd be a bit taller. Still have the flies, still have cicadas. The equipment might get updated. Might not. And then the trail. So we're going to go down, and we're going to make it quickish. because the flies and because I don't want to take up too much of your time. This is the trail I would have walked up and then down in my story. I don't think I describe it, which is fine, but this is to give me a sense in case for publishing somewhere other than the convention anthology in which it's been published. You know, perhaps touch up a bit more description, verify a few things. Because memory is interesting. Memory is very interesting. We like to think that photographs, videos, these things capture things pretty well. But you notice, we've got this fixed view here as I'm walking. And also with this video, the ability to change to see things. So I can see the buildings without having to change stuff with my eyes, because eyes are fantastic optical instruments. Well, they're not really instruments. Well, you could consider them an instrument. But anyways, the eyes are just amazing. Better than this video camera. In terms of optics. Because it has to do all sorts of fiddly-faddly stuff before it can clearly see, whereas the eyes are just doing it automatically. But anyways, as I was saying, video cameras and cameras, they capture things, sure, and they give you somewhat of a sense of reality, but it's constructed. We are only seeing what it is that the videographer or photographer saw fit to capture. A little bit of silence here for the cicadas and the road noises. But anyways, as I was saying, we only see what they saw fit to capture, what they saw fit. So you're looking at the world here through a limited window. And what they chose to see. Because I could, for instance, turn this around and have myself talking and walking like this and saying, well, here we are, and you can see the trail behind me, and that is another way of capturing it. So you're getting this this fixed view, and sure, it's recording things, but it's not necessarily perfectly reality. You're not feeling currently we don't have the technology to also record the weather, so that as you watch things, your TV room emits all the weather and feeling, and you're like, oh man, that was a hot August day, so humid. Oh, how could they be out walking in there? Here's the day, and it's just me. I guess the characters in my head. Yeah, the cicadas. How could Direlda and the cicadas be walking in this muggy, hot afternoon? Not that the cicadas are doing much walking. So, video camera photos, they're constructed reality. They might get at bits of what is real, but it is framed. And then memory, this is what got me started on this, memory is also interesting because we take in reality, right? And it's fantastic. But then things sort of mix about for instance, distances to places might... Wow, okay, I am going to use up a lot of your time. Distances to places become longer or shorter, depending on a variety of factors. Your mood of when you visited a place will affect how you remember it. Yeah, I probably could have crossed there. Oh well. We'll deal with the crazy intersection. And so memory itself is constructing reality, or reconstructing, as it were, since you're going back to things that happened and mulling them over. And so my memory of these places is a construction. And so it gets really interesting when you try to see things again. And you go, wow, I don't remember there being so many stairs up to that park. Right, I knew it was uphill, and that it was a climb, and I knew that there was the exercise equipment up there, but the number of stairs didn't stick out to me the way it does today. Here's a fascinating park with the gates, and we've got some birds. If you made it this far into the video, congratulations! We're hopefully nearly done. But me and time have a very interesting relationship. It's all sorts of jumbly, you know, I guess as the doctor would say. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. And so for me, I know time has passed. I just have a hard time knowing how much time has passed. And it's probably not helped by the fact that I don't carry any sorts of timepiece around, aside from phones. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to have to be careful here. It looks like after this car here, we should have a chance, so we're just going to go. And we're going to have the video camera. And if they hit us, it would be fantastic for at least insurance purposes. So, now what we're doing is we're going to the street. Not this one, but the other one. And that will sort of conclude our tour. I hope you've enjoyed this look at things, but yeah. So there we have the skate park with its really interesting graffiti. Yeah, we're not zooming in on that. Yeah, and then the climbing wall thing. Largely bouldering, but then they've got a place where you can do decent bits. Oh, and there's someone on the skate park. Look at their tiny figure go. Now we're moving on. So memory, time, these things are all interesting. Time and distance. Time and distance are things I have difficulty with. I don't necessarily know how long or how far I've gone until I check later. But finding my way around, sorts of directionality, I can do really well with that. So in any case, the pedestrian road. Oh, they've made it so that you've got a bicycle road and a pedestrian road. Well, interesting. So what we're doing is we're walking along this pedestrian road because this is roughly... No, we want that way. We're going the wrong way. What we want is we want to cross that bridge. So we're going to. And this is the area along which John is walking. Well, no, I mean he does pass here. You see how I'm jumping about? I do that so lots, and it doesn't get recorded because generally... Oh look, a duck. Hello, duck. Enjoying the sun? I'm not. I mean, a little sun is nice, but it just gets so hot, you know. Of course you can swim. It's not like it bothers you that much. Just cool off, you just fall right into the water, and there's a heron up ahead. Yeah, see? Duck. But anyways, I jump around a lot. And I think it's because there's a lot of thoughts going through my head at the same time. And these sorts of ping pong between them until they're all finished. So can you see the heron? Probably not. So let's zoom. There it is, see? Heron. I think it's a heron, could be a crane. And what I'm trying to say is not much at all. Really. But that life is fantastic. And also, so things have changed a bit on this. They now have more clearly delineated walking and biking. I mean, there was some of that before, but they've done a good job here of making it more obvious. So from that, in that direction there is, you go away, it's the Suji. And John would come this way, so towards us, and up on this bridge here, heading to the E-Mart, is where Sonhwa would have spied him and said, oh! Ah, bicycles. As you can see, there's also not much of a stream at the moment. And as streams go, it's again one of those odd Korean streams. I say that because do we have, if we go onto the bridge, can we see the, there was, you could, there's a bit more growing there, yes. So last thing I think I'm going to say to you is if we look here, you notice that, oh, and I think what the crane is standing on too, or heron. See, there is a manhole cover in the middle, a cement pillar, manhole cover, and then over there, where that person's walking by, there's a gate. You can sort of see it, and the banks are rather constructed, and we're going to get out of the way now because there are bicycles coming. So these streams, and this is the case for lots of the streams I've come across, the only thing really where it doesn't seem so artificial is the Han River. All the other waterways that I've really seen with the exception of the one, I think the one near where I ate with the church the one time was somewhat less constructed. But a lot of them look very constructed, so it's hard to tell whether this was a waterway that they have then sort of fixed up to make it so that flooding and such is not as bad, or if it wasn't a stream and they made it so that all the water that's sort of seeping up in areas can flow. It's really hard to tell. Is this the real life, or is this just fantasy? Oh wow, yeah, you're I've gone on a long time. But that's just something I wanted to capture. So anyways, John would have come from there, been yoo-hooed at, I suppose you could call it, then gone up the way we came up into the park. Like, he would have come around and met her right there where we crossed the street. So this is the confluence. The confluence of two streams that it's hard to say if they were, how natural they were. But nature's here now. And that's also what interests me, is that it does not feel natural, totally, but it also is being naturalized. It is this weird mix. So, I will see you around. I'm going to take some pictures and then probably eat. And it will be good. Cheers.